Hi, my name is Annette Lewis at the Directory of Social Change, and me and my colleagues want to share with you some top tips for working from home. I hope you enjoy.
And my top tips for working from home are really to structure your day, decide what time you're going to start your day, 8:30, 9, 9:30, whatever it is, and start then. Decide what time you're going to have your lunch, let's say 12:30 or 1:30, and stop and have your lunch then. And decide what time you're going to finish work for the day, let's say 5 o'clock, and then close the day down. And in between those times, plan what sort of things you're going to do in the morning and what sort of things you're going to do in the afternoon. And if you get as old as me, at that lunchtime, I take the opportunity to have an afternoon nap with the dog.
My working from home top tip is don't be so hard on yourself. Trying to work from home in a new space, in a new way is really, really hard, especially with the ton of distractions we've got. My 16-month-old baby being my top one. It's okay to sob, to get annoyed, to pray for normality, and to dream of the day that the nurseries reopen.
My top tip for working from home is wear your badge. When we're in the office, we always wear our badges, so even though I'm working from home, I still continue to wear my badge. I put it on when I begin my day, and I take it off when I finish my day. This, in my mind, helps me create boundaries and lets me know when work starts and work stops.
My working from home top tip is online coffee with your colleagues. I used to have coffee every morning with my colleagues at the office, and that is something we still do, but virtually now. And I think it is the best way to start the day.
Hi, I'm Stuart. I'm Research Development Manager at the Directory of Social Change, and this is my top tip for working from home. When the day is over, change from your work clothes into some comfy pyjamas and relax. That way you create a physical difference between work life and work clothes, and home life and home clothes.
Hi, I'm Jay Kennedy, Director of Policy and Research at DSC. Here's my top tip for working at home.
Hello, I'm Cathy Shimon, Senior Training Consultant at DSC. At home I work in the kitchen. We constantly refer to the kitchen as the DSC Anfield office. Gives me a bit of work-life balance, helps me to own the space, drives the kids mad.
I find what really helps me focus is having music on in the background, or maybe even a film playing occasionally. And also for that bit of tranquility and calm that one needs when working from home, obviously a bit of mood lighting occasionally.
My top tip for working from home is to get up and move around, move away from your desk, move away from your computer, get up every hour or so and have a stretch. If you've got a garden, make use of it, go out and get some fresh air. If you're able to, go out for a walk. And when you get back to your desk, you'll feel fresher, you'll feel better, and you'll feel more focused.
My top tip for working from home is I create a daily to-do list. Think about including long-term goals as well as daily tasks to help you stay organised and productive. Then I find ticking them off really keeps you motivated to do more.
My top working from home tip is to make sure that your technology is up to the job. Whether you're working using Teams, Zoom, Microsoft Office, or whatever other online platforms to collaborate with your colleagues and to work kind of remotely at the moment, you need to make sure that your laptop, your iPad, your Chromebook, or whatever it is that you're using is kind of up to the task. And almost as important, in fact probably more importantly than that, is to make sure that you've got one of these. A data cable is going to be way faster than your Wi-Fi, and also will mean that whenever your kids log on downstairs, whether they're watching the Disney Channel or playing Grand Theft Auto, you're not going to get booted out of your management meeting.
My top tip is for those who are working from home and live alone. There are fewer distractions at home, so hour for hour, the work pace is much more intense. If you have lots of video meetings in a day, that can wind up on you too. So pace yourself. Make a coffee or tea. Get up and walk around for a bit. If you can, go outside for a few minutes. That's amazingly refreshing. Bye now. Keep well.
My top tip for working from home is to have an open and ongoing conversation with whomever you're sharing your workspace with about what you need from each other during the working day. Thanks.
I was working from home for over 10 years before I joined DSC, and my top tip is to get up earlier than you need to. Schedule in half an hour of me time if you can. In that time, do something for yourself, whether it's exercise, journaling, meditation, or a quiet cup of coffee in the garden. Having a few moments of calm before the trials and tribulations of the day can really put you in a positive frame of mind.
My work from home tip is, don't stress when things go out of your control. Be calm. Rather, try to do whatever you can, when you can, to resolve things that are in your control. Contact your colleagues for assistance if needed. And remember, working from home does not mean you're working alone.